What's up, everyone? Duel here with the first session of Warcraft Rising. A little bit of a challenge that I'm posing on myself for the V Rising game, where I am going to be playing as various characters from Warcraft lore. First one that I decided to pick on, not necessarily one that is overwhelmingly well known, but is one that I think fits the theme of V Rising the best. His name? Nathanos Blightcaller. He is a dark ranger, predominantly from the World of Warcraft era, but there are hints of him in the older versions of the game. So, the way the challenge works, and the way it will apply to Nathanos specifically, is I will be restricting myself to only using weapons that Nathanos Blightcaller would use in World of Warcraft, as well as magic that only fits his character personality. What that's going to mean? I am only allowed to use axes, longbow, crossbow, and pistols when I get to them. And as for magic, I can only use spells from the Unholy school. Can't touch any other magic. Of course, there are certain exceptions to the rule. If, for example, I'm not able to get a particular weapon or any of those particular weapons for a period of time, not going to be an issue because axe is at the beginning of the game, but for other characters, I'm allowed to use some of the basic weapons, sword, mace, axe, until I can get to that first required weapon. Additionally, anything that takes place in the tutorial area at the very beginning doesn't count because you're forced at one particular point to use Shadow Bolt, a blood magic spell. Obviously, that would violate the rule, but you can't progress without doing it, so that's an exception. Let us dive right in. First and foremost, character creation. I am going to do my best attempt to make this vampire look like Nathanos Blightcaller with obvious issues of ears, etc. First, we have skin tone. Looking at some reference pictures for Nathanos, he actually has a bit of a bluish tint to his skin. And I believe, yes, this light blue fits him quite perfectly. It's kind of a range depending on the lighting, but the in-game model, which is the one I'm heavily basing it off of the most, his skin's light blue. As far as facial features, it's kind of hard to tell since he has excessive amount of facial hair, which we will get to in a moment, but obviously we are going to distill with any of the awkward looking faces because he is more uniformly humanoid. Actually, he has these heavy ridges between his nose and his face, which actually makes this one fit better. But I don't like these giant cheek protrusions. Chin. However, I don't see any others that really fit. So that is the best we're going to be able to do unless I go with this one, but that just makes those even deeper. So we will stick with that particular face. Eye color. His eyes are actually orange, which is really odd because you'd think it would be red, but it's actually orange. Which, unfortunately for V Rising, the eye color is very, very subtle in how it's exactly the same. For hair, he has more of a slick back style. Very short, very evenly normal. But I don't know if there is... That's not it. That's not what we're looking for. Actually, surprisingly, that almost fits. We're going to be hearing the word almost a lot, I heavily suspect, because we're doing our best to just guesstimate. Yeah, we're going to have to go with that one, and his hair is brown, but not dark brown. More of... Come on. That's too red. Way too red. Yes. That in. Always remember to lock it in. He has full mustache and beard combo, which unfortunately gives us literally one option, which doesn't quite fit because he has a full chin beard. Why? Why is my hair constantly doing that? But that is the best because that's the only mustache beard combo that we have. But despite that, I can see the resemblance. And accessories, none. Just none. And of course, dang it. If I remove the space, or we can just take it off and just call him Nathanos because, his it's not a last name. It's a title. So we will just go with him being Nathanos. And then we just launch straight into the game. And remember, I have to very quickly find axes. That is my first goal. That's the first weapon I'm going to have access to. That is my allowable weapon. So let us just dive straight into the game. I am aware of how the game functions. Leave the crypt 30 bones to be able to create the sword, which is, the base tutorial required weapon, etc., etc. I'm free! Primary attack. Yeah, oh my gosh, did you know the primary attack is the left mouse button? I didn't. Maybe if the game didn't decide at this moment to completely lag out on me.
Yet another accomplishment.
Claim that. Steal these. Open the inventory. Crafting. Make sword and ring. Yay. Yay. And then slay enemies using the bone sword. Again, this is why the tutorial doesn't count, because this would technically break the challenge automatically. Could I not have all these random ghost swings that are just doing nothing?
To be sure.
And then, of course, here, now I have to hit 2 enemies using Shadow Bolt. 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
An achievement, to be sure.
And, oh yes, I have to counter using Bloodright. It's 1. 2, 1. Dang it. Actually, the other thing we can do, since I will... Oh, guess you cannot. We'll figure that out. There we go. And now we leave. Tutorial over. Bye, blood magic. I will not be using you again. Might as well grab these. Why? Why am I allergic to my own game? Okay, so need to figure out where I want to put my castle initially in Farbane Woods. I think easy spots would be in this realm because it gives more centralized locations. Ideally, we're going to eventually shoot for somewhere in here, but then not off the bat. I always try to pick somewhere new every single file that I do. That way I can experience a different perspective. But none of them are very appealing. Okay, that's the main problem, is they're just ick. They're just ick. Most of the time. Let's try up here. So I want to go east Farbane.
Recognize my power.
Now I need to craft my armor, which would then allow me at last to have access to the axes. I need a rugged hide for the other half of it. So I need to kill wolves, and that'll be the last usage of the sword for this character ever. Yay, teleporter. And Veil of Shadows doesn't count. It is actually a skewless spell.
I require more resources to make that.
I need to kill one more wolf. Or I could kill deer. There we go. Flame.
Another accomplishment.
And we will now create the axes, and I can get rid of the sword. Excellent. I now have the weapons that I am required to use, and therefore cannot use any other. And we will just do this to eliminate the opportunity of me using blood magic. So, we need to... Oh, I actually have to craft the mace. That's stupid. Oh well. Oh my gosh, there's different weapons out there. Oh. Now I need to collect wood and stone and blood essence so that I can create the castle heart and get started. We will do that as quickly as I can. There we go. Get that out of my inventory. No temptation. We'll probably speed this portion up, or any other very grindy parts of the game. There we go. See, I'm able to mash the spell button and nothing will happen. Whoop, spawnlings. That's bad. And I don't have any ghost form or anything. So we will just go this way. No, thank you. My objective is just go all the way up to here. Moose, too strong. The one downside of starting a new game, everything's strong compared to you. And I will take your blood. Eight more. Ah, sunlight. And just double my wolf blood. Alrighty. Now that I have everything, we just need to get up where I wish to place my castle. Here's the spot I desire, but I'm going to go up in the back. That could pose a problem. That poses a big problem. I guess I won't go over there. I'll just stay down here. And we'll take and drop our new one.
My castle requires more blood.
Right there.
Yet another accomplishment.
Okay. Now I need to expand it by placing the 3 floors and by creating 3 palisades.
Recognize my power.
And now we will remove these because palisades are dumb. And we will encircle it with more floors. Now what I need is wood coffin. Need stone for that. And we'll put a small chest here. And a brazier.
To be sure.
Construct interact with a sawmill. Need wood. I like how 8 hours for Castle Heart is considered low. Sawmill. And crafting, I need planks and stone, which, gee. I guess, while that's going on, we will expand some of the flooring. Clear some of this other stuff away and get rid of those wolves. Come on, buddy. Got him. Okay. Castle floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7. Let's see. What to talk about while grinding all this annoying stuff? We could talk about Nathanos, but I get the feeling a lot of people aren't going to be terribly... some people might be interested. Why should I second guess myself? Some people might be interested. Let's see. I think Nathanos' main cause for being, noteworthy at all is the fact that in the Warcraft universe he is the only human to have been trained by elves to be a ranger, which was kind of their exclusive elite order of trackers and archers, and he was the only human to be able to merit that because he had a closeness to the general of the rangers, Sylvanas. That's a name that more people are probably more familiar with. Surprise, surprise, after the events of what is known as the Third War, where demons and undead kind of ravaged the whole of the eastern continent, killing Sylvanas, the elves, and Nathanos, and then bringing her back as an undead. He quickly sought him out, and he became her champion. Ultimately, when you get into World of Warcraft era content, he is back in his old rotten homestead in what is now known as the Eastern Plaguelands. Yes, my cardinal directions are still working. Good. And as if you are a member of one faction, the Alliance, you can try to kill him. If you're a member of the other faction, the Horde, he actually gives you quests that help you investigate the area and ultimately lead you... Kill this deer real quick. I guess it's more than just Valheim where deer are dumb. Haha, ha. But, he gives you quests that ultimately lead you to investigating the ruined city of Strathholm, which was a major
This will not work.
area in the story-driven portion of the earlier games. I should have planks now, yes? Yes, I do. Plus sawdust that we will find a use for later. Now I need to construct a simple workbench. And I have lost my connection. It's okay. I know what the issue is with that, but we can't fix it until I stop and restart the entire game, so we're going to not worry about that until later. Now I can reinforce weapons and armor. Last thing that I need is a little bit of blood. Make the blood bone ring. And now my gear is level 20. Hooray! I can now track. And we need to strategically think about who I want to fight, because normally I would start with Alpha the White Wolf, but there could be others that are more profitable. For example, Rufus the Foreman gives me the Crossbow. That's one of my major weapons. Errol the Stonebreaker doesn't actually give me anything of value, so we can probably put him later. Keely the Frost Archer gives me the Tannery and the ability to make the Traveler's Wrap, which is kind of useful. but Goreswine the Ravager gives me my first Unholy spell point, which would allow me to actually cast some spells. So that is something to think about. Then Grace in the Armor gives me the ability to make whetstones, which is important. So we're actually going to track Rufus the Foreman for now. Oh, I forgot you can make all of these off the bat. But, important thing to note, now that I have upgraded axes, I can start breaking higher tier things like this copper node. This is going to be important. Because with the copper, I can now make a furnace. And with the furnace, we can then cook the rest of the copper. And that is what I'm going to need eventually to make the upgraded versions. I'm going to need leather and coarse thread to make better armor. Then I need planks and copper to make the next upgraded axe. So I am actually going to see about how many am I going to get. Like 3. I'm not going to get a whole lot. I need 16. Yikes. And as it's now daytime, we should put these in here to keep this area dark. Drop off all the rest of this that I don't need now. And as much as I would like to have the copper axes to begin with, I believe we should just go straight after Rufus the Foreman immediately. Well, I say immediately, but, you know, daytime. We can, however, get down to where he is, which is in this-ish area, I believe. Yeah, we can follow the blood. And we can pick up all this copper that we find along the way, because that'll be helpful. Well, this is going to be difficult. Behold our first boss. I have melee attack and I have dodge.
Guess I have to handle this myself. Start running. Think you're quick on your feet? You're dead on your feet. I'm gonna
me just go back to full health.
Start running. Think you're quick on your feet. Get it over with.
Early boss. Early boss. No surprise.
Taste of knowledge.
Bring up the Dawn Runner.
Recognize
I have
my
unlocked
power.
mirrors, I guess. And I have earned a blood point. But I'm not even going to bother spending it because that's not a school of magic I'm allowed to use. So what's the point? The more important part is I can now create the copper crossbow. As well as the woodworking bench for making a fishing rod, which will be very important in the long run, as well as for getting cool cosmetics like hats. Hats are very important. Hats to hide your luscious hair, as it were. I would take the silver, but the silver burns at the moment, and I have no way to mitigate that. Now, ideally, we would go back, but Keely is like right there, and has one of the other important things that I need. I just have to go a little northeast, right to here. And it's still early in this night, so we might as well go deal with her immediately. For a rogue. Nope.
You're looking a little hot-blooded. Let me cool you off.
Excuse me, pardon me coming through. Okay, now that you're limited where you can run, I see you.
Freeze!
Now's not the time for opening a chest, Nathanos. Nope. You can go outside of the area all you want. I ain't gonna fight you unless you're inside. Thank you.
Freeze! Freeze!
I actually heard a very interesting V-Rising related connection
This cold
that this
is
character, Keely, is actually related to other bosses that you fight later in the game. But Nathanos
New
doesn't care.
knowledge
He comes from
acquired.
another world. And now we have the tannery to be able to make leather. I also have a frost point, but why would I spend that? I can't use any of that magic. The night is still young, so maybe southwest far away, west very far away. None of the other bosses are close, so it's probably a good time to head back. But I can at least see about looting more of this area. And several stacks worth of copper. Excellent. I can make some of these, but what I do need first is to grab my planks. I'm amazed that I had almost enough to build it without touching my own planks. And then we dump in that to make leather. And I will put, where did it go? Horse thread over a stack. Wow. And the planks back in here. Wood. Things I cannot make use of as of yet. Bones. Need to make another tiny chest. And no reason to leave the trees up after I've already started, you know? There we go. That. Paper, coins, this, and this. That goes there. That goes there. And the rest of the wood goes there. $20. 8 and 4 is 32. I still need 12. However, I still need 3 more of that. Just grab and move this over here instead. That's better. I also have to say, I really love that you can do that. Just grab an item that you placed and just drag and drop it right wherever you want it. And at last, in 3 seconds, I will have my first ranged weapon. Not the ultimate one that I desire, but a ranged weapon. And now the fights are going to get interesting. And one more and I can get the boots for my armor set. There we go. And we'll just drop all that off. And for the giggles, nope. Needs to have yes. There's his color scheme. 7, 8. Well, it's halfway. 20. It's going to give me 6. That's not going to be enough. So I will need more copper before I can upgrade the axes. However, Rat, Chaos and Alchemy, Chaos Longbow. So Lidia is a good choice. Fisherman. Nicholas the Fallen, who gives me another unholy point. Gloria. Bear. So our choices are specific. South far away, southwest far away, southwest far away, southwest far away. So I want to hit these 4. At some point. Soon. As we do so, I do need to find more copper. We will go and hit up Goreswine first, who's going to be all the way here. And will be the most ideal choice. Oh, look! In the process of reaching the boss that I want, I have discovered one of the other bosses. Down, beast. Ha! Fresh meat. Dogs.
New knowledge acquired.
And now I have wolf form. And the best part about wolf form? What's up, homie buddies? All the other wolves will ignore me. And we want this desecrated cemetery. This is where Goreswine the Ravager is actually coming out of right now. Wow. That's effective.
Come get a taste of these maggots!
Just keep strafing, just keep strafing.
Drink it in! The chaos!
Got him. I finally get some magic.
I feel stronger.
So not only can I now upgrade my ring, I can create grave dust, I can summon skeletons and ghouls from the tombs that I can now build. And more importantly, I have my first unholy magic point. I want Corrupted Skull, which now allows me, at last,
Recognize my power.
to use a projectile spell. Okay, so now, with that done, who's close? Northeast far away. West. North nearby. Let's just get the Stonebreaker, because the mine's, like, right there. Just keep chipping away.
Guess it's time to take that break.
Invincibility frames. You're dead, pickaxeman. Dead.
I feel stronger.
Take these Hell's Clarion. Those are going to be useful in the future. Plus all this free copper. And that's why I wasn't terribly concerned about getting too much. Okay. Now we have bigger storage. East, far away. West, close for the armorer. Let's get her next. I love when we find them so very, very quickly.
Well, well, well. What are the odds of this? Think on your feet. Think on your feet. Think on your feet.
Oh, if she took her own burning damage, that'd be hilarious.
Think on your feet.
Oh my gosh, I hit her.
Think on your feet. No luck.
And
huh?
invincibility frames don't care about the blood or the fire, and I don't care about them, because they're all gonna die right.
Taste knowledge.
Oh, the game is good. Game is good. Game is great. No new spells that I care about. However, I can now make the longbow. Excellent. East far away, west far away, no one down there. Boop, boop, boop. He's higher item level than me currently. We could use whetstones. That would be nice. So we'll probably track him next, but we're close to my base. Might as well stop off, throw some things into storage and crafting, and cross our fingers that I can make longbow or axe. That'd be nice. Maybe I'll purchase the lumberjack axes first. Oh my goodness. No, 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 no. What are you doing? Go away. Go away. Why on earth did that come barreling out of nowhere to fight me? Go, and we will make the longbow now. I have no cloth to make that with at the moment. And I have no grave dust or morning lilies for the ring. But longbow is good. Longbow is good. Longbow is great. Longbow is my primary weapon. That's going to take some getting used to. Sawmill. Jewel. Extra that. Do I really already have a... Wow, I do. And my castle heart is now full. Oh, wants me to make the research desk. I can do that. I can happily do that. Paper, coarse thread. Could have paper here. Plenty of paper. And coarse thread. Plenty of coarse thread. And we'll put the paper away, because that's not going to be enough to do anything with. And we'll bring out the books. Put the coarse thread back. I can now relocate the castle if I so wish. Now I just need to upgrade it to 2. Which requires leather and copper, which I do not have in any great abundance at the moment. If I had more, perhaps, but I don't. I could just wait for 3 more, because I think I have more than enough planks, yeah? Yeah. And literally 1 more and I can make copper axes. Which will help. Which will most certainly help. Look at that. I already have all 3 of my primary usable weapons for this area of the game. The only thing left that I'm allowed to use are pistols that you don't get till mid-game. Mid-game. Let us see. Yes, I do believe that now is probably a good time to call it a pause. Because we are set up nice and pretty and have a good jumping off point. So, until next time, everyone, thanks for watching, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell about your relationship with Warcraft or V-Rising, and or how you think this challenge is going to go in the long run with only using these weapons. But, until next time, everyone, bye for now.